Hey, I'm Jesse. Let's have a devotion. We're in Judges chapter 14. Here's verse 4. Now his father and mother did not know this was from the Lord, who wanted the Philistines to provide an opportunity for a confrontation. At that time, the Philistines were ruling Israel. All right, so like we said at the end of yesterday's devotion, God is sovereign, and he was going to use this marriage between Samson and a Philistine woman to actually set it up so that the Philistines would deliver Israel. And then this verse gives us additional insight. His father and mother, who feared the Lord, they didn't know that God was working through Samson. God wanted the Philistines to provide an opportunity for a confrontation because the Philistines were in charge of Israel. And so if the Philistines pick the fight, it's not a civil revolt. It is a response from Israel to their oppressors. Samson went down to Timnah with his father and mother and came to the vineyards of Timnah. Suddenly a young lion came roaring at him. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully on him, and he tore the lion apart with his bare hands as he might have torn a young goat, which, by the way, I'd be really impressed if somebody could tear a young goat apart. But he tears this lion apart the way he would have a young goat. But he did not tell his father or mother what he had done. So, in the previous devotion, we see the stage being set for the deliverance for Israel. And in this devotion, we see the stage being set for Samson's riddle, which would inherently involve his violation of his Nazarite vow. Part of the Nazarite vow meant not touching a dead body. He's going to kill this lion. He's going to come back to the body later. And so he didn't talk to mom or dad about what had happened here. Mom and dad have been in the dark. They didn't know that the Lord was actually at work through their son's impulsive, poor judgment to marry outside of their tribe or outside of the people of God. They also don't know that he's out there killing lions like they're goats. So this is setting the stage for the first of a series of compromises that Samson will make. He's held to the highest standard, right, of life in the Old Testament as a Nazarite. And the way that we fall from grace, so to speak, right, in the public relations sense, is usually just one tiny compromise at a time. The stage is being set. This lion is going to be the first of a series of compromises that Samson makes. And his wife has a part to play in all of that, even in her bickering and her nagging, and even in Samson's eventual acquiescence to it. God is sovereign. God is orchestrating everything. Even this seemingly random killing of a lion. Would you do an inventory of your heart? You may not have taken the Nazarite vow, or you may not have been ordained as a Nazarite from birth the way that Samson was, but I know the enemy never relents. I know that he is constantly beseeching God the Father for permission to sift you like wheat, to attack you, to tempt you, to present you with temptations that would cause you to etching slowly away at your righteousness and slowing down your sanctification, present you with compromises one at a time. The stage is being set here for Samson, and you can bet that somewhere behind the scenes in the spiritual realm, the stage is being set for you as well. Would you go before the Lord? Would you confess ways in which you have compromised? Would you establish accountability measures as you need them? The best setting for that is in the context of the church. Join a small group, find an accountability partner, find someone older in the faith than you, is the same gender that you are, who can disciple you. Would you learn from the story of Samson as we go through it? See the long-term culmination of a series of compromises, and then press the urgent message of Samson's follies to your own heart. Beware, your devil, the enemy, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. He's setting traps for you. But every one of these, he's obtained permission from God the Father. Ask God to deliver you from temptation, to deliver you from evil. Watch out for the compromises, because those tiny steps can become big steps very, very quickly.